A number of times I've been asked about recommendations for other YouTube channels to go away and watch, similar things to what I'm interested in. So I thought what I would do is show you what my favourites looks like. Some of them will be maybe not up your street, some of them might be. But anyway, this is what I enjoy watching on YouTube. So straight away, quite a few of these are to do with amateur radio because that is my biggest hobby. I've also got a few other little quirky likes and other video channels that I enjoy watching stuff that, you know, it's just entertaining and interesting. So anyway, starting off, this is a relatively new YouTuber. This is Mike. He does amateur radio videos. I won't tell you all the ins and outs about every single channel because literally if you like the look of it as I touch on it or tell you about it, then you can go off and look for yourself and make up your own mind. So yeah, that's Mike's channel. Photography as well and making YouTube videos is something that I'm into, so some of these channels will be to do with that as well, but I won't go into much detail. The Backyard Scientist is a really interesting, cool site. They do experiments and blow things up, so yep, go away and have a look at that. This is Ian's site. Ian is another UK amateur radio enthusiast. He does some really cool stuff on there to do with antennas, so another interesting one for amateur radio fans. This is Ray's site, Remote Ham Radios. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo is his call sign, and he does some absolutely unbelievable stuff in the States with regards to remote amateur radio operation. And he also builds and installs huge antenna farms and wins loads and loads of contests. And most prolific, I would say, this is what's inspired me, is he does a lot of remote operation and streaming onto YouTube of him doing it. So there you go. Big shout out to Ray. Skipping over a few, I'm not going to show you every single one, I'll just show you the ones that I think will probably hit home with you guys. Smarter Every Day. I watch this because it's really quite cool. You know, they do loads and loads of experiments, shooting guns into swimming pools and blowing stuff up, and yeah, it is really quite cool, I think, anyway. Again, back onto radio. If you're into amateur radio or network radio, in actual fact, you'll probably already know Lewis. Lewis is around Manchester area, and he's got a site called Ringway Manchester. He's also a licensed amateur radio operator, and his call sign is M3HHY. And he's always out there doing stuff, and the quality of his videoing is absolutely top notch. So really well worth going along and having a look what Lewis does. This is a relatively new one to me in actual fact, so I've only looked at a few of the videos. It's called Digital Analog Ham. You know, got a lot of subscribers, so must be doing something right. The ones I've seen so far look really good, so worth a look. I'll definitely be having a look later on. Carrying on down, a few personal friends and whatever. This is another one well worth a look, and in actual fact it's worth speaking to Dan at the Ham Radio shop in Bristol if you want to buy anything to do with ham radio. He'll do you an amazing deal, and you can be absolutely guaranteed that if it's not a new radio, if it's a second user radio, it will be top of the shop. Guaranteed Dan will look after you. That's his call sign as well, Golf 3 Victor Mike. Tech Minds, really cool amateur radio site. Lots and lots of success. Nearly 30,000 subscribers actually, and just loads and loads of really cool amateur radio stuff. If you can call amateur radio stuff cool. And if you don't like amateur radio, maybe you'll like Andre Rieu. There you go. Enough said. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. This is Ray Higgins' other site that I was telling you about. So that's his other one. Okay, something completely different. Nothing at all to do with amateur radio this time or blowing stuff up. This is a guy called Tristan Mortlock, who's a Brit, and he's got the terrible job of being a super yacht captain. 30-something foot Lorenz, 30-something meter Lorenza private chartered super yacht. And this site, which is called AWOL, which is the name of the boat, which stands for A Way of Life, not absent without leave, follows what they do. And, you know, the guy is just super cool and you can't help but love him. So there you go, that's AWOL. Ham Nation, if you're into amateur radio, this is a US based site, and yeah, loads and loads of stuff on there to do with amateur radio, lots and lots of interviews and talk shows and stuff like that. Where are we? Okay, I'm just this is one that I'm not particularly familiar with, to be honest, but again, it's amateur radio, so you know, there's one I don't know. This is really weird. He's a funny guy. I think he's Australian. He's been on the news recently as well, actually. So if you want a bit of a laugh, tune in, watch one of his videos. If you don't like it, bin it. If you do, have a look at the rest, because they're all very similar. I don't know who this is. Who is this? Tom. I'm trying. Oh, this is okay. So there's a piece of software called Win for Yasu, and also Win for Icon. And this is the author of that. So these are all of the kind of explainer videos for those bits of software. Probably needs absolutely no explanation or introduction. This is Callum, the DX Commander, and he is again one of my guiding lights, let's say, one of the guys that got me into the hobby and has encouraged me to get to where I am today in terms of YouTube and in terms of amateur radio operation. Go and check out his site, it's just absolutely brilliant. Where are we? Okay, Darren is the author of Power SDR. So if you're familiar with the Flex radio system, you'll know that the older Flexes, the 3000 and the 5000, use a piece of software called Power SDR. Darren is the author of Power SDR. So go and check his site out if you're into that. Think Media, this is a site that I go to quite a lot just to learn new tips and tricks about filmography and editing and stuff like that. So if you're into that. Electro Boom, God, this guy is absolutely crazy. Basically every single one of his videos probably involves him electrocuting himself or blowing himself up or something like that in the name of progressing electronics and teaching people like me what it's like to get it wrong. So yeah, don't do anything that he does, because it's really bad. Skipping forward a few now, this guy's really insane actually. He does some really funny videos. I don't think I've ever seen him smile or laugh, but really annoyingly he's virtually always on the beach, and most of his videos involve him in shorts on the beach somewhere really hot. And yeah, anyway, enough about that. Where are we? Okay, this is Richard. So Richard is the guy behind Sota Beams and Sota, and yeah, he does loads and loads of stuff, primarily outdoors, either up a hill somewhere in the Peak District or in his garden. So yeah, go and have a look at Richard, and he's got loads of stuff on there that will be of interest. Simon is another amateur who I've spoken to a few times on the radio. Another guy that likes to stream onto the internet. Mike Zero Yankee Kilo Sierra is his call sign. So go and have a look at what he's up to. Again, it's just another YouTube channel of somebody enjoying their hobby. Again, completely different. The slow-mo guys. These guys basically have got some crazy good cameras that can film super high res in super slow-mo. So if you've ever wondered what it looks like in a swimming pool to fire an AK-47, go and check out their website and you'll know exactly what it looks like. Going forwards, this is Tim, Golf 5 Tango Mike, someone I would like to call a friend in actual fact. This guy has got the ability to take a really tricky subject and simplify it, and I'm going to say dumb it down, because that's what people like me need. They put it across in such a way that it makes sense. So he deals with some, you know, quite in-depth subjects, but at the end of it, you come out of it feeling, well, I know that now. So, yeah, go and check out Tim's site. Dave Kassler, the Oggy. In America, this guy is kind of like one of the gods in terms of YouTube and amateur radio. Go and check him out. Yeah. Here's now. I'm not sure if it's Gil or Jill, but anyway, French guy. Really popular amateur radio channel. He's got nearly 20,000 subscribers, so clearly he's doing something right. But yeah, really good quality videos, very educational. And again, if you're into amateur radio, you kind of come away from watching his channel thinking, right, where's my soldering iron? I want to give that a go. So go over and have a look at Jill, I don't know. Educate me. Is it Gil or Jill? I don't know. Put your comments below if you've got any that you'd like to add, or if you've got any thoughts on any of these channels. Tell us about them. Let's share the information. Right, not sure what that one is. Let's have a quick look. Some of these I haven't seen for a while. What's it about? Oh, it's about amateur radio. Okay, I haven't looked at this one for a while, so I'll be looking at this in a little while. Yeah, some of them, I don't know, maybe they just don't... maybe this guy hasn't actually produced any videos for a while, so it hasn't kind of popped up on my radar, but there you go, that looks interesting. Aquaholic, something completely different. Those of you that know me might know that I've got a bit of a penchant for boats, and although I haven't got one at the moment, I like watching videos of them. So yeah, this guy used to be a yacht broker down in Torquay, and now he's got a really super successful channel all about boats, typically about boats that are for sale. So big boats, small boats, expensive boats, even more expensive boats, and there you go. Where are we? Kevin is another super successful American YouTuber, all about amateur radio, technical stuff. Again, you'll come out of it knowing that you've learnt something. The TX Factor is, well, what it says actually. It's a bit of a talk show, all about amateur radio, and again, some interesting stuff on there. Keep going down. Okay, I can't remember this guy's name. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, this is Outdoors on the Air. It's all about outdoor operation. I've bought quite a few radios in my short time in amateur radio based on stuff that this guy has talked about and showed. That's the problem with amateur radio, isn't it? Somebody will show you an aerial and then you'll go out and buy one or make one and show you a radio and you've got to have it. This is Jim. Again, he's a big hitter in terms of the American YouTube amateur radio part, and he's you know, he's been around forever. He knows lots and lots and lots of stuff. So tune in, watch him. ICQ podcast. I listen to this as a podcast driving down the road. I think they release an episode, I think it might even be every week actually. It's very much a news talk show type thing. Really, really good. And you'll always see these guys walking around the UK hamfests and all that kind of stuff, and you'll know them by their orange shirts. Hello, Martin. Where are we now? Radio Oddities. This is a good one. I've only been a subscriber to this channel for a couple of weeks actually, but I really like what I see so far. So yeah, go along and check out what they're doing. Next up, we've got Carl, prolific amateur radio YouTuber, little bit quirky, likes to do a bit of weird cooking in the middle of his amateur radio productions. Never sampled the food, to be honest. Spoke to him a few times on radio, so 50% of the way there. We live very close to each other, but our paths have never crossed. We've never physically seen each other eye to eye, but one day it will happen. Go away and see Carl's YouTube channel. He's got a very calming effect. He sometimes calms me down when I get home stressed out. Ham Radio Concepts, massive American amateur radio channel. Does some brilliant things. Is it Kevin? I'm not sure actually. Does some brilliant things. super quality production, lots of interviews, lots of reviews. Yeah, go out and check him out. Again, some other crazy thing that I just enjoy watching is people shooting guns, bizarrely. This guy here, I mean, 5 million subscribers. It's like a completely different league. You know, when I was showing you earlier on, like the amateur radio guys, if somebody's got 100,000 subscribers, they're amazing. But here's a guy that shoots guns in his back garden. He shoots up pop bottles and stuff like that, and watermelons, and he's got 5,110,000. That's kind of 5 million more than the best YouTuber in amateur radio's got. So what does that say? But yeah, really cool guy, super cool. Fires all types of guns, Civil War guns, Afghanistan guns, whatever. If you're into guns, or even if you're not, you might enjoy it. Last few, that's it actually. So I know I've missed quite a few off there, but I didn't want to show you all of them because we'd still be here tomorrow. Hope it's been a bit of a taster. I look forward to hearing your favourite sites. Maybe they're sites that I would like to go and visit. So please put them down below in the comments. As I always say, if you've liked it, don't forget to give me the thumbs up. And if you like these kind of videos, well, why not go ahead and subscribe and you'll see some more of them. Okay, until next time, take care. Thanks a lot for tuning in and stay safe. Bye-bye for now. That's another one. That's another really cool boat site.